Hey everyone, Tony here from the ClassicLeague.com Gaming and Electronic Podcast, bringing you some footage from the brand new demo that was just released today by Capcom and Nintendo on the Nintendo eStore, Resident Evil Revelations for the Nintendo 3DS. I was pumped that Nintendo decided to kick off their new demo section on their eStore with this game. And I just wanted to talk you through it a little bit. I'm actually not going to provide commentary for the whole demo because I was able to hook my sound up to my camera directly, and I wanted you to get a feel for some of the sounds in this game, which are pretty neat, I have to say. So I'm just going to talk about real quick my initial impressions of the Resident Evil Revelations demo, and then just let you watch the rest of it. So first of all, graphically, you're going to notice a huge bump from the original Nintendo DS, which is one of the reasons I bought the 3DS. The 3D graphics, cutscenes, and cinematography in this game is really beautiful. I was really impressed with the level design. As you'll see later in this demo, there's actually a level in the mansion where you're walking through and there's fog everywhere on the ground floor, and it looks really great. The 3D works well when you have the slider up, which you can't see in this video, obviously, but when you have the slider up, the 3D works really well. The characters and items in the game pop out. So graphically, great start to this game from the demo's perspective. Also, I want to talk a little bit about controls. I was initially concerned when I heard that the Nintendo add-on for the 3DS, the Circle Pad Pro, was going to be released and used specifically with this game and some other titles. And I wondered, for people who didn't buy the add-on, would you still be able to control the game? Well, obviously the Circle Pad Pro is not out yet in the States, and I'm playing it with just the original Nintendo 3DS, and the answer is yes. The controls work very well. The way Capcom designed it is you actually go into an aiming mode from third person to first person when you're shooting. So you move around your character, and the camera angles work very well to make sure you only need the one analog stick. And then when you go into aiming mode with the trigger, you actually aim like a first-person shooter with the analog stick, which you'll see in this demo. So it works really well. I didn't have any control issues. Some of those same old Resident Evil quirks kind of are still present. Are still present where you are trying to run from the zombies and kind of move away from the zombies quickly. It doesn't work very well. But really no major complaints with the controls for this game. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about gameplay. This is definitely a traditional Resident Evil style game. So those of you that entered into the series with maybe Resident Evil 4 or 5, which were more action-based titles, this is going to be kind of a new step for you. This is the kind of Resident Evil game that I grew up with on the original PlayStation and so on. It actually is very strategic, very puzzle-based, not tons of high action, but a lot of suspense and energy is brought to the game from the sound effects. And so you definitely don't have unlimited ammo. Ammo is not in high supply. You have to kind of work to bring different herbs together so you can survive. So it really does recover some of those survival horror genre roots. And so I'm pretty pumped about that to dive into this game when the full version comes out. So those are my initial impressions of the Resident Evil Revelations demo for the 3DS. One more quick thing I wanted to mention, it's kind of cool. You actually have a knife as well that you can attack in live action at any time. You don't have to be in aiming mode for that, so that's kind of fun. And there's also a new scanning tool as well that you'll see here in this demo where you get to scan around rooms for different hidden items and things. So I'm excited to see what Capcom does with this game. Overall, very impressed with the Resident Evil Revelations demo on the 3DS. I can't wait to pick this one up, and I hope you enjoy the rest of my playthrough of the demo here. See you later.